Fine.
Just sitting, just chilling.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
I never know how to intro these things.
We'll just be like, it's another day.
It's another day, another dollar. Get
Another
that
day,
baller.
another dollar. We're in Amsterdam.
We're in Amsterdam, and you can say it was kind of spontaneous.
Very spontaneous.
Okay, let's start off this way. I've been thinking a lot about being spontaneous and like the idea of what it can lead to. I hope that Matt picks that up because that sounds beautiful.
Yeah. I was literally just thinking that with the sun shining as well.
Yeah. This thought started because I went to a wedding and they were talking about how they were in a pub and his girls.
The girl saw him and he saw her.
No, I think she saw him and told her girls.
Oh.
And then
Fair
one of their
enough.
friends went up and was like, yo, my girl likes you. And then 3 years later, they're married.
Wow.
I know. And that one spontaneous moment, it's kind of led to that. Like,
To a lifetime of happiness.
yeah. Lifetime, it's only been a year since they've been married.
Well,
or only a couple
you
months
know,
since they've been
the
married.
idea
So
is.
yeah, the idea is,
Right.
yeah. The idea is that it'll be lead to a lifetime of happiness. But it just kind of got me thinking about the idea of spontaneity and like how it can like breed opportunities you don't really think of. Like you think of all the stories of like actors or how they became big as that one moment of like where it just changed everything.
Yeah.
I can't recall any stories to memory right now, but I'm sure there is out.
Well, yeah, most have taken risks in the moment to do something and some experience or, you know, try something out that has led to where they are now.
Yeah. Oh, you know, actually, there's one actually I can recall right now. I don't know if it's true or not. Joey, the actor for him.
Matt LeBlanc, something like that.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna assume you're right. No, he was talking about how he was like, oh, I got this audition tomorrow, so I don't know if you got my boys or not. And then he ended up doing that, and then he got like obviously really drunk. So he came into his interview really scruffy, but then because he was so scruffy, they were like, you're perfect for the role.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting a job and the lifetime amount of money now, just from a spontaneous moment with his boys.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, we're kind of in Amsterdam because of spontaneity. Like, you mentioned it, I said yeah.
It was a thought
Yeah.
that not necessarily, like, we didn't necessarily think would actually happen. But then we were also in a time where we were just like, what were we doing? We were shopping.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of in the feels of it all and like having a good time. And then the thought was like, I've been meaning to go, and who better to go with someone who's like up for taking a risk.
Yeah, no,
And then you were like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And as simple as that, tickets were booked.
I'm like, I'm down.
And here we are.
We're here. For a day, literally a day. I think
With no plan as well,
Yeah, no
which is
plan,
the best
yeah.
part about it.
barely any sleep.
God, yeah.
But we're here.
And it's actually really fun.
And it's so
it
nice.
feels like we're back home doing the same things that we would do usually, but in a different environment that feels very comfortable still. And I think the fact that we're making decisions as we go, like today, you know, we're just deciding to go into shops, we're deciding to walk down this alleyway, we're deciding to sit down here and do this. Do you think the more spontaneous you are in your personal life, do you think it has an effect on your confidence?
That's a good question.
Why,
100%.
thank you.
100%. You're trusting yourself in a moment that something could happen out of this. Not even if something happened out of this, you're just trusting your gut. You're just trusting the fact that, you know, you're trusting you. And it's like, you know, I think I'm just gonna listen to whatever stuff is telling me. So then the more that happens and the more good things that bred from that moment of you just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, it leads to you being like, I know me and I feel like this is gonna be a good moment. The more it's like a less of a feeling and less of an instinct and it's more of a feeling. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's, the more it becomes a feeling, the more it becomes like, I don't know, just baked into your code. You know, and it's like, I know I'm gonna enjoy this, so I'm gonna go and do that. So to answer your question, yeah, it definitely leads to you trusting yourself more. Yeah.
And you also go
Yes,
home feeling
yeah.
so satisfied as well.
Yeah, exactly. I created memories. It was It's low-key kind of beautiful once you think about it in that way. Just moments lining up to help achieve an outcome that you didn't even think could happen. It's like I don't know, the art of letting things happen, or the art of something. There's always an art for something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The art of ... The art of spontaneity.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the title. The art of spontaneity.
That is, yeah.
Blessings of letting things happen.
Yeah.
That's the title right there.
Do you feel like it also gives you the chance to be a lot less strict on yourself and how you approach things and how you deal with other experiences and other situations?
I wouldn't say it stops discipline, but I definitely think it helps dance around discipline. So like, I feel like discipline, I like it, but it's something that I need to work on. But if you are a disciplined person, I don't know, I feel like sometimes you can lose the fun.
That was me. Yeah.
And if you like can find a way to balance both of them, you could live like such a structured life, but also fulfilling life, because it's like you're still sticking to your structure, but a little bit of spontaneity here and there can help you really get through the structure. Because you know how they say like some people will do like 9 to 5 lives, and we do 9 to 5 technically.
Yeah, we are 9
We
to
do,
5.
yeah, we literally are 9 to 5. And I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously we're doing what we love as well, but it's structured.
It's a routine.
Yeah, it's a routine, and we know when we're working and where we're working and what we're doing and like how we're doing it. But then that leads us though to when we're outside of our hours, we can plan anything we want because we know we're finishing at this time, we know we're starting at this time, and obviously we can plan around it, so it's not really spontaneity. But then sometimes we can be like, oh, what time are you finishing? Finish at 5:30, pub, talk. Like those plans can be done because we know, unless like it's a major stressful project, but there's structure, but it allows us to be what we want.
How do you feel like it's changed your relationships with people?
Or spontaneity.
Yeah. Do you think it has an effect on that? Do you feel like people see you a bit differently, or you connect with people a bit more, or you don't connect with people a bit more?
No, I think it's a balance. I think it's all of those, but in its own way. So don't connect to people no more. I feel like that's true, because I feel like that's needed. Like to be able to deconnect from people so then you can be a one. But not in the way of like, I'm gonna be the solo adventurer, I'm cutting off everyone in my life. Yeah, do that if you need to do that, but like also don't sever the connection. Just be able to know how to unplug from people.
Yeah.
That connects people more, yeah, because then with people, you're more likely to say yes to plans. Like, would you say our friendship would be as deep if we didn't go to like the pub, you know, you could be pub, like, do you know what I mean, after work, just to talk?
Yeah, no, I don't think it would be.
Exactly. So we've definitely connected more over like the spontaneous pub talks.
Rants.
Yeah, rants. So yeah, that's a much better word actually, rants.
Yeah.
So yeah, that, and then I feel like it's led to me experiencing more as well, personally, and it's kind of been beautiful. I guess listening to yourself with spontaneity are separate but linked, and there's been moments where I've listened to myself and it's led to something beautiful, but there's sometimes where I've been spontaneous or something because I've listened to myself. I'm just gonna go see what happens, and yeah, it's led to like great things. Yeah.
I feel like in those moments as well, when like, if especially with someone else that you're deciding to do something.
Yeah.
On the spot, you kind of open yourself up to this different side of you that others get to see, and I think that's a really, like, personally anyways, I feel like that's a really treasured thing to witness. And I think with all my friends, I think I've seen the best part of them when we together make decisions like this, you know, let's go to Amsterdam for a day, cool.
Yeah.
Or like, let's just go to the park, just anything, like, let's go here, let's go there, let's go do that. You get to see them in a different light a bit. Because and like, especially for us, like, we work together, we see each other every single day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 if we're seeing each other on the weekend, but like, we really forget sometimes what we're actually like. And I think the connection that it builds with just kind of making a decision there and then to do something together, it really reminds you of like why you're friends with that person, or like, you know how I've said before that I have to fall in love with my friends a bit to know that I'm friends with them.
Yeah.
It
I want to
leaves.
talk about that, by the way, but not right now.
It-
That's a conversation for another time.
Yeah, but like those moments, because I can sometimes forget. I'm like, I don't, you know, especially for us, like, like I said, we see each other every single day and we're just kind of in a work mode and we talk about work and, you know, we talk about other things as well, but it's like mostly work. And then in these moments where, like today, I'm like, that's why. Like I'll see little moments where like we'll have little conversations. I'm like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I'm friends with you. But yeah, that's like, it's just witnessing those moments again about someone. I'm like, that's why I'm friends with them, and that's why I fell in love with them that tiny bit, to be able to be friends with them. Because it's like you can have that platonic love, and just like with any relationship, you can kind of forget why you fell in love with people platonically and romantically. But like, I feel like that deciding to do things and being spontaneous allows you to see that again, and I think that's the most precious thing about it.
Got no response to that, honestly. That's such a powerful statement. No.
Observation,
yeah.
Statement, one of
Statement,
those.
yeah.
I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, one of them ones. I guess to end this, I haven't really asked you, what would be a spontaneous moment that led to something good? So I feel like I just spoke about me today.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's a moment for you that you're like, that little moment led to such a big moment?
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually. I thought about it before. But I think probably, like I've spoken to you before, but going through all this kind of doing things on my own, you know, that I've never really done, and having the anxiety to like go to certain places on my own and sit and whatever. It's really trivial and it sounds really trivial, but actually, like for me personally, it was quite a big thing. But deciding there and then that I wanted to go and sit in a restaurant on my own and have food by myself and not care about what everyone else thought, and asking for a table for one. I remember sitting down, Frank and Manca, by the way, great place. And I remember just deciding there and then, I felt great, but then when I sat down and I did everything, you know, I ordered, I like got myself settled, it made me feel so stupidly alive. I was like really happy with myself, and I couldn't believe that I could have managed to do that on my own. And like, it was an experience on its own, but it made me see a whole nother side to what could be and what my life could be like.
Yeah.
And that's definitely, like, even now that's changed. That one moment has changed now what I do and how I spend my time. Like, I can, you know, gladly just go and do whatever I want, you know, to a certain extent. I'm still getting there, you know. Traveling on my own would be the biggest achievement ever, but like it's a ladder, like you have to slowly go up it. But that's definitely the most spontaneous thing that I've done that has changed.
It's crazy how you walking down the street and you being like, you know what, I'm just gonna go eat by myself today, led to you wanting to plan multiple trips.
Yeah.
Out of the UK.
Yeah.
Like, it gave you the power and your self-belief.
Yeah, that's what it is, self-belief.
Yeah.
And knowing that it's like all right to do it, and it's actually not as scary as I perceived it to be.
Yeah.
Which is a huge game changer in my life, especially because of how I feel sometimes my anxiety rules over it and stops me from doing certain things. But like, it's completely changed and lessened my anxiety overall, generally, not even just about myself, like solo stuff, like just other public, like social situations. I'm more likely to go and ask people certain things, you know, than before it was like not even a question, but now I'm questioning it. I'm like, I probably could. So yeah, that's one thing that's changed my life.
Nice. You hear that, people? Go eat by yourself.
Go eat by yourself.
Go eat by
and
yourself.
And you'll achieve the most amazing dreams that you wanted to achieve.
Good.
Moral of the story.
All right. I'm gonna call it there. Bye bye.